What's going on, team, and welcome back to the third AT Fit podcast. This episode is going to be dedicated to how to start training or how you start working out. I do get this question quite a lot from mates, from people that here that I work in the fitness industry, or from people that want to start definitely CrossFit, because it can be a little bit intimidating to walk into a box and there's people with their shirts off, there's people sweating through their sports bras, throwing bars everywhere, there's people screaming and shouting, throwing high fives, fist bumps and ass slaps. So it can get a little bit intimidating sometimes, and we this just dedicated on how to start. Firstly, there is no perfect time to start. The perfect time to start is now. We've all seen the memes or the quotes saying, the perfect time to start anything is yesterday. So getting it done as soon as possible. There's no perfect time. You got to weather the storm, whatever you're going through in life, just get it done. Just start and make it into a habit. I know for me, I am 110% an habitual creature. So if it's not a habit for me, I'll probably forget it. My memory is absolutely shit, to say the least. So if I don't make it a habit, I will probably forget. So for me, it is setting myself that discipline, setting myself these rules, or guides or goals or whatever you want to call it, and make it a habit. So instinctively, I'm doing all these things. So instinctively, I'm in the gym at X whatever time it is in that day, or 3 times a week, or so on and so forth. My personal goal for you guys would be to start off small. I have seen people come in and like, right, I'm going to get fit for summer, I'm going to get fit because I'm getting married, or I want to get fit because I want to pick up some girls or whatever. And they're like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna go to the gym 7 times a week. 4 of those are gonna be 2-a-days. I'm not gonna eat any carbs. I'm like, right, bro. I'll see you in 2 weeks, and I guarantee you won't be in the gym because you would have burnt out. So just start off small. Start off sustainable. Keep the goals really basic. Like, okay, my goal is to wake up 20 minutes earlier and do a 10-minute walk every morning. Sounds like nothing, but that's 10 minutes of exercise, that's 10 minutes of moving that you're getting in every single day that you wouldn't have done. Obviously, that's going to be 70 minutes, an hour and 10 minutes over 7 days in the week. That's a significant amount of moving around, especially if you do have a desk job, or you're sat in the car all the time, or you don't move that well, that much. Sorry. So start off small. You can always increase the number of times you go to the gym, and it doesn't really play on you negatively. But if you say you're going to start off going to the gym 5 times a week, and then you think it's not sustainable, or you're burning out, or it's too much, and you reduce it down to 3 times, you might feel like a bit of a failure. Obviously you're not. You're still getting out, you're still making things work for you. You're still pushing towards your goals, but you might end up feeling like a failure. So if you start off small and increase it because it's not enough, or you feel like you want to do a little bit more, or you feel like you can do a bit more, then it's going to have no negative connotations stuck to it. But if you start off large and having to reduce it, then sometimes you might feel a little bit shit. Next thing is be proud of yourself. A lot of people, especially with the growth of social media, as beautiful as it is, people look at these Instagram models, these Hollister models, world champions in their given sport, and they just see it for a face value and think, oh fuck, I want to be able to run like Usain Bolt, or lift like Lasher, or look like this lady, or that Jen, or whatever. And you can't compare yourself to them. I know it sounds really cliche, everybody's unique and so on and so forth, but we are all unique, and we have qualities that they don't have, whether it's internal or external, or both. We all have qualities that someone else can't replicate. So you can't compare yourself to other people, and you've got to be proud of yourself, no matter how small of a goal that you've achieved. Even if you have got up, like I said earlier, and did those 10-minute walks in the morning, you might not be a world champion. Like, you're not a world champion, you're not won an Olympic gold, you might not have a shredded six-pack in 3 weeks of you doing those walks. But at the end of the day, you got up 20 minutes earlier, you did 10 minutes of walking every morning, and you said you were going to do something, and you fucking did it. You crushed it. So be proud of yourself, for Christ's sake. Like, you set yourself a goal, and you crushed it. Only you crushed it. No one else. No one else motivated you to do it. No one else dragged you out and made you walk. Like, the fitness industry and the health and fitness industry is beautiful, because at the end of the day, if you don't do the fucking work, the results aren't going to come. Simple. The only way for you to get fitter, the only way for you to get healthier or more mobile or anything like that, more skillful with your body, is you have to do the work. Period. No one else can do it for you. You can't swallow a pill. You can't drink a solution. You can't snap your fingers. None of that shit. You have to do the fucking work. Period. That is the only way of being able to do it. So it's very basic when you think about it. Very, very basic. The health and fitness industry. Do the fucking work. And most of the time, you can get given a quote unquote shit program, right? A really bog standard, not very unique, very, very, not very individualized to you or anything like that. And that can work perfectly. How can it work perfectly if it's a shit program? Because you do it. Because you do exactly what it says. That's it. You've done the work. If I give you the best program in the world, obviously, it's all subjective and it depends on the goals. But if I give you the best program in the world, I write it out, go, here you are, guys, smash that out, and you do 10% of it, you're gonna get more results from that worst program, from completing the whole thing, than you will do from this best program, in quotation marks, but doing 10%. It's simple. Do the fucking work. Simple. Having said that, having small goals, having sustainable goals, that's great. But we do need that big goal. That big goal of losing 30 kilos, of putting 50 kilos onto our deadlift, to getting into a dress size of a size 12 or whatever that might be. Having that big goal is really important as well, in my opinion, because it keeps you humble. You accomplish all these small goals, but you always have half an eye on the big goal. So whenever these small goals have been accomplished, you tick it off, you pat yourself on the back, you take yourself out for a nice tea, you have a beer, you have a wine with your significant other, you have a fucking slice of cake, whatever it is to congratulate yourself. But then you're right, on to the next small goal, which is going to take me towards that big goal, towards that end destination. Although I say that with a bit of a tongue in cheek, because we're never really truly going to finish. Once you get to that end destination, there's going to be something else that you're going to want to do, which is the beauty of goal setting and the beauty of this industry, really. Like, we're never really finished. There's always something you can get better at. There's always something you can improve on, and there's always goals that you can set and strive towards. So it's all about that journey, and goes back to the start. Just start. That is how you get onto this journey, to get onto the path. Like, there's no way you've been able to drive down the motorway if you don't take the junction to get on it. Like, if you stay on that A road, or if you stay in the car and don't turn the engine on, it's never going to work. It's never going to go forwards. It's never going to drive. So sometimes you just got to say, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to get in and I'm just going to do it. Like, regardless of anything else. I don't care if I'm having a shit day. I don't care if I'm tired. I don't care if I've not eaten the best. I don't care how good my performance is. When I get to the gym, I'm going to get to the gym. I'm just going to work hard. I'm just going to give whatever I have for that day, for that session, for that half hour, hour and a half, 20 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever it is. I'm going to give you whatever I can today. So then when you go home, again, it sounds cliche. When you go home, or you look at yourself in the mirror in the morning when you're washing your face, or you just got out of the shower and you just think, you know what? You're working hard towards your goals. You said you're going to do something and you're doing it. And that is awesome. And that needs congratulating. So always, always, always congratulate yourself for those small goals that you're accomplishing. But keep an eye on that big goal. It keeps you humble and it keeps you working. Keeps you moving forward. As we well know, there's many ways to skin a cat. Metaphorically speaking, of course. The gym, it's great. I love it. Obviously, I work most of the time within a gym environment and I absolutely love it. But the gym is not always the best for people. You know, some people like home workouts. Some people like running outside. Some people like cycling. Some people like Zumba. Some people want to do some yoga. Like whatever it is, do it. Be unapologetic about it. You don't have to lift weights. You don't have to be a cyclist. You don't have to swim. Like, it's fine. Do whatever makes you happy and do whatever is sustainable for you. It's all on the same journey. You're all helping yourself out no matter what you do in the health and fitness realm. It doesn't matter what medium you choose. We're all on the same path. It's like just driving a car. It doesn't matter what car you're driving. We're all on the same road. Simple. Don't worry about it. Do whatever makes you happy. Okay. Some people like CrossFit. Awesome. Hopefully, I'll have a chance to coach you and give you some pointers or learn from you as well as you learn from me in sometime in the future. Some people like bodybuilding. You fucking crack on. That's sick. Like we CrossFitters have things to take from bodybuilders, and bodybuilders have things to take from CrossFitters, and vice versa. Some people like Zumba. Some people like spin class. Some people just want to train their booty. Fine, not a problem. Like some people don't like fitness, but they make themselves go on 3-hour-long walks a week just to be healthy. That's awesome. That's absolutely awesome. Whatever you choose to do, you crack on and do it. Not a problem. Another little way of make it into a habit and get into the gym and making it fun is getting a gym buddy or a workout buddy or an exercise partner. Or just having a friend to just shoot the shit, as we say back home, is just talk and work out, have fun. You're both pushing each other. You might get a little bit competitive, as I know most people do. You know, you don't want to lose, in quotation marks. You always want to win and get one better over them. But it's all friendly. It's friendly competition because, you know, me and a brother might want to work out and I'm going to push him and he's going to push me. And in the day, if he beats me, but he's made me into a better athlete and he's squeezed an extra rep out of me because he's in my face shouting and so on and so forth, I'm going to shake his hand. Congratulations, mate. You beat me. Like, you're stronger, you're fitter, you're more agile, you're more skillful, whatever. And I know that's going to be vice versa. So you're going to push each other forward and you've always got someone to be accountable towards. You know, you will get those gym partners that will ring you up. I have done it in the past where I've literally dragged someone out of bed. I'm like, oi, dickhead, like, you said you were going to train with me. Get out of bed now. And I'm sure they've done exactly the same thing to me. Like when I don't want to train and I feel unmotivated, I'm not having a good day, I'm stressed out, etc., etc. They're just like, right, dickhead, you said you were going to train with me and you push me and I push you. And now you're down, I'm going to pick you up and I'm going to drag you to the gym and we're going to work out because you're going to feel better after it. And that's the thing. You don't have to break PRs every time you walk in the gym. It's just all about getting in there and doing what you can in that moment. That's it. That's all it is. Because all you're doing is playing the hand you dealt. You can't play a royal flush every hand for those poker players out there. Why? Because the probability of being dealt of the cards for a royal flush and having it laid out on the table is insane. Every single hand, that ain't going to happen. That is not going to happen. It's pretty much impossible. The odds are that great. So it's all about playing whatever you dealt. If you are stressed out or tired or whatever, just do what you can. Don't go super heavy. You don't have to go heavy every time. Obviously, it's not the best if you go heavy every time. But just go in, sweat, move around. Just do some movement. That's all it is. I know for a fact today I'm not training. Why? Because I'm listening to my body. Don't feel great. I'm going to chill out. I'm going to get other things done, productive. I'm going to go see some friends and do some work. And tomorrow morning, like I've had a pretty hectic week. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to chill out. I'm going to go in the gym in the morning. I'm going to chill. I'm going to do a bit of movement. That's all I'm going to do. Might train some core. Might do some low intensity, steady state cardio for a little bit. Just get a little bit of sweat on. Just move around. Just make sure the joints are all mobile. Just protecting myself. And then Sunday I'm going to take off again. Why? That's 3 days of a low intensity working out. And some people are really scared to do that. Don't get me wrong. You're not going to lose your gains in 3 days. Like, I've been training for 11 years with weights. Do you really think I'm going to lose 11 years of gains in 3 days? No. In fact, I'm probably going to be better for it because my body will heal, it will relax, it will reduce the stress from my mind, it'll just calm everything down, stimulate a bit of a parasympathetic nervous system as well, just make sure my body is nice and relaxed for then another hard week of training going into next week. So don't be afraid to just do a bit of movement. If you can only give 20%, that is your 100% for that day. It might be your 20% of your capacity of all time, but that day is only 20% is only your 100%, if that makes any sense. So just give that. That's absolutely fine. Not a problem. And then another question I do get a few times is, should you have a trainer? And when I say trainer, I mean one-to-one trainer. So a personal coach, personal trainer, whatever you want to call them. My answer is yes and no. I am obviously a qualified personal trainer as well as a CrossFit coach and all the other stuff, etc., etc. So I'm a little bit biased, but I'll also see it both sides from both sides, and I'm quite good at that. So I know not everyone can afford a personal trainer, especially if you want to work out 3, 4, 5 times a week. If you're scraping for cash and you don't have too much left at the end of the month, I wouldn't say hire a personal trainer for 4 or 5 sessions a week. Like, you're just going to be burning through cash. All the information is online. I'll let that sink in a little bit. Yes, I might lose some income for saying this, but you can find out yourselves. You're not stupid. Every bit of information you want is on the internet, period. Literally the only thing you need is Google and YouTube. That's it. YouTube because you can see it. Google so you can search for it. That's it. That's all you need. You can get all the information you will ever want from Google and YouTube. Now, that personal touch obviously is irreplaceable. Like, having someone to talk to, in my opinion, is irreplaceable. Like, it literally is the shit, as we call it. You end up getting a little bit more of a personal touch. You can see and feel the movement and get corrected on the spot instead of having to video analysis yourself, which obviously most people will not do that. They won't have the time to video all their lifts inside the gym and then pair it up screen to screen and watch the elites do it and see what the difference is and then learn from that. Not a lot of people have the time for that because that's a lot. That's quite time consuming. And also, like, this instant feedback and instant adjustment. Like, if you don't feel too great or there's an issue, there's a problem, then it can be changed straight away. And that's what you pay for. You pay for a service. You don't just pay for that 1 hour. You pay for the years and months and weeks and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of the trainer's time that they've spent studying and researching and qualifying themselves, and the money they've ploughed into qualifications and so on and so forth. So it's not just 30, 40, 50 quid an hour. It's all that time and that experience that they've put in to make that hour good for you guys, the best that they can do. So yes and no. Coaches, trainers, personal trainers, personal coaches are amazing. Like, some coaches out there I've seen are absolutely fucking phenomenal. Like, I'll go up to them and I'll pick the brains. I'm like, excuse me, can I just ask you a few questions, because I want to learn from yourself, because you are brilliant. Like, I love the way you coach this. I love the way you predicted that. I love the way you think about this side, and we all have something to learn from everyone. But just like everywhere, there's good and bad trainers. So don't let one bad experience with one trainer or one coach put you off all personal trainers or all personal coaches out there. And also don't let one good experience think, oh yeah, because they've got one certificate saying they're a personal trainer, they're gonna be the bee's knees, they're gonna be awesome. Not necessarily. And again, like, there's people for coaches and there's coaches for people. Everyone is different. And sometimes you might not marry up with a personal trainer, and that's absolutely fine. And even to you trainers out there that might be listening, like, sometimes you might not marry up to the client. And I mean, if you're genuinely, scraping for cash, then my advice to you would be put your ego to the side and give the client what they need. But sometimes, stubbornness is a thing, egotism is a thing, and sometimes, the personalities don't match up too right. That is not to say, like, have an argument or so on and so forth, or curse them out or anything. That's fine. Like, you can refer them to another coach. It is fine. That coach is not stealing food from your plate. Like, you can just say, you know what, like, I do believe you're going to be a little bit more suited to this coach than myself. And I would like to think that that coach might do the same thing back to you. And just a little bit of fluency between the coaches is a beautiful thing, instead of everyone just trying to steal pennies from each other, because then that just keeps us on the down, right at the bottom of the pyramid. And if we want to rise towards the top and actually make something of ourselves, then learn from each other. But anyway, I've gone off on a tangent, like I said I would do on the intro episode. So just to wrap things up, how to start working out. Small goals. Start off small. Start off something so small that you don't even think is going to be a problem. Wake up 20 minutes earlier. Go for a 10-minute walk. I'll tell you a little backstory. This is what I used to do back in school, I believe. I was back in school. So I'm from the north of England. It gets fucking cold up here in winter. I used to get up. I was a bit of a big boy. I used to get up, and instead of going for a run in the morning, I would walk up and down the stairs. Legit. Get up, walk up and down the stairs. Still getting some exercise in, still getting some movement in, and I was still trying to get a little bit fitter, condition my body a little bit more for sport. I was trying to run like 3 times a week for the sport, going to the gym, so on and so forth. But in that period of time, I was walking up and downstairs in the morning because it was fucking freezing outside. A lot of people go, nah, it's dark, it's cold, I'm not getting out. I could do it in my boxers. It's fine. Do it in your little tighty whities. It's warm in your house. Walk up and down the stairs. Like, go for a walk. If you live in a warmer place in the northwest of England, brilliant. Like, go see the sunrise. It really doesn't take too much effort at all. So small goals. Small, sustainable goals, may I add. Have the big goal to look forward to. Okay? Be proud of yourself when you achieve those small goals. Even if you got up 20 minutes early to do that 10-minute walk, 7 days in that week. Even 5 days in that week. 3 days in that week. Fuck, you did it once. That is more than you did last week. So then next week, think, all right, okay, I'm going to do it twice. And the week after, I'm going to do it 3 times. Just start small. It's fine. Life is short, but life is also a fucking long time. Alright? If you don't take action now, and you allow the days and the months and the weeks, the weeks and the months obviously, and then the years to pass by, it's quick. But if you do those little things, day in, day out, it's a long time. It's a long process. You know, the whole saying of a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step, and it's true. If you want to lose, you're 150 kilos in body weight, and you want to lose 50 kilos, you're not going to do that like that overnight. Like, you got to start off small, and I would suggest you don't even start running. I'd suggest you start walking and sort your diet out first. That's a different story. Do whatever makes you happy in the gym. Don't have to go to the gym. Like, get a buddy, get a gym partner, get an exercise friend, get a mate, whoever it is. Just think, right, I want to change my life, you want to change your life, I'm going to help you, you're going to help me. Quite often, we do things for other people before ourselves. Cool, not a problem, but get someone who's going to be your ride or die and do the same thing to you. So it's like, right, I'm not going to let you skip the gym this week. We said 3 times, we're going to go fucking 3 times. The second time, you slack off a little bit. They need to be a person that's going to turn around and say, hold on a minute, you're going to hold me accountable, I'm going to hold you accountable, my friend. So get one of those. Lastly, if you want, and if you find a trainer that suits up to you, and you can afford it, obviously, then do it. Not a problem. Get a trainer. If not, don't do it. Not a problem. Don't get a trainer. It's quite simple. Start off small, guys. Start off small, and you'll end up getting so much further than you would have thought possible when you try and jump to the big goal. If you go to the little goals, forward, and then you'll achieve that big goal, instead of trying to jump towards a big goal and missing, and then end up yo-yo dieting or skipping a gym, or saying you're going to start off at 7 times a week with 4 double days and end up quitting after half a week, because that is way, way too unsustainable. So guys, how to start working out. Hopefully you've got a couple of ideas and can realise it's really not that hard. A lot of it is just looking yourself in a mirror. Again, it's going to sound cliche, but just fucking do it. Look yourself in a mirror and just think, I don't like where I am right now. You know, sometimes you don't. It doesn't matter if it is physically, it doesn't matter if it is mentally, emotionally, spiritually, relationship-wise, financially, whatever the fuck you're talking about. If you do not like where you are right now, look yourself in the goddamn mirror and say, I'm going to change it. Because at the end of the day, you're the only person who can change you. No one else. You're not dependent on other people. It's not someone else's fault. It's not your mum's fault. It's not your dad's fault. It's not your wife's fault. It's not your husband's fault. Your sister's fault. The kid who used to bully you in school. It's no one else's fault. Get your shit together. Get it done. You can change you. Because you'll look back, having changed a habit, or having changed your lifestyle, or just getting up and walking for 10 friggin' minutes in the morning, or at your dinner time, or at the end of the day. You'll look back and you'll be proud of yourself, because you've not had to depend on anyone else. You are independent. You are in control of you. And if you want to change something, or you don't like something, then you change it. If you don't want to change it, or if you don't like or where you are right now, then change it. And if you're not willing to do anything, you're not willing to change it, and you just want to be there and bitch and moan, then shut up. If you genuinely want to change your life, you'd have done it by now. Or you will be willing to do something about it as of right now. If you want to just stand there or sit there and get other people's sympathy and just be like, oh, do re mi, so on and so forth. Oh, it's really hard for me because of this or that, and you're genuinely not doing anything to help it. You're genuinely not doing a single thing. If you're doing something, then fair enough. Absolutely fair enough. I'll always help you. I'll always give you any support you need, no matter what it is, what time of the day it is. I'll move a fucking mountain for you. But if you're not doing a single thing, and are not willing to try anything, and are just shooting everything down, and are still complaining, then shut the fuck up. Honestly, if you don't want to help yourself, no one else is going to help you. Start off small, guys. Start off small. Be proud of yourself. You're making a bloody difference. You're making a difference in your life. Be proud of yourself. Don't compare yourself to other people. They're on their journey. You're on yours. They look up to you for this reason. You look up to them for that. They might have a big ass, a nice smile, or nice arms. At the end of the day, they might be a dickhead. They might want your relationship with your family. They might want your job. They might want to be happy like you are. And you're just looking at the physical side. So at the end of the day, be happy, start off small, get a gym buddy, and work hard. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. I will try and keep it shorter and then on the next couple ones. But fingers crossed, be looking out for a couple episodes coming up early next week for some Money Mondays. I got some tricks on my sleeve. All right, guys, been a fucking pleasure as always. Have a good one, and I will see you or listen to you, hear you soon. Take it easy, guys. See you later.